Hello YouTube, what's up? Asian Trigger here. I'm starting a new series here with Gold Paladins. I'm not sure of the name yet, but I guess I'll call it like Gold Paladins Galore or something along those lines. Anyways, I'm gonna start off with Ezel and Ezel Plays. Amazing guy. So here I have a hand of 5 cards and my starting Vanguard. The best thing about Ezel, well, let me tell you guys what he does first. It's the incandescent lion, blonde Ezel. His limit break is that you counterblast 2, and then look at the top. Let's see if I can get this focus on the camera. Well, anyways, you look at the top card of your deck, search up to 1 gold paladin among them, and then you call it to an open rearguard circle. Put the rest of the bottom of your deck and increase this unit's attack by the original attack of the unit called with this effect until end of the turn. So it's really good. Also with Criff, you can get a fast Ezel really good. What you would do is, okay, let's say you're going first, right? Which is what you usually want to happen when you're playing this. In your hand especially looks something like this. As long as you have these two and a grade 1. What you would do is you start your turn, you draw Halo Mark, not bad. You draw your Slaggle Dagger, or whatever, your grade 1. Don't ride the Gareth though, because you're going to need that to get Chris Superior ride. Now after this, you have to pass your turn because you can't do much. So they'll go ahead and attack. Damage check. Garmore. Ugh, that sucks. Anyways, now it's your turn. You draw. And then you ride your Bowmains. And then you call your Gareth. You can call your Gareth anywhere, it doesn't really matter. After you call your Gareth, you just take these two, put them in Soul, and use Superior Call from your deck a Blonde Ezel. And the Blonde Ezel is right here. So Superior Call it from my deck. And after that, it's really good because at this point, your opponent will still be on a grade 1 because they just rode into the grade 1 and attacked you once, and you're already on your grade 3. This is really good because it gives you a good hand advantage as well, because you get to twin drive check while they're still stuck on just a regular drive check. This way you'll get a better hand advantage over your opponent. Also, you'll be in a grade 3 so that you aren't restricted to what you call. So I can call a grade 3 and so on, yada yada yada. But from here, I just try to play conservative a bit. I wouldn't commit to the field so much yet because it's still early game. So I just attack, first check, second check, and then be their turn. And then so they attack me. Let's say they attack me 3 times: first, second, and then third. Right? So far I've only done 1 damage to them. Oh well. So it's my turn. I draw for turn. Still, at this point, it'd still be too early to do anything here. So I wouldn't use Ezel's skill yet. But he does have a skill where a continuous passive skill that during your turn he gets 1,000 plus for each of your gold paladin rear guards. So I just commit to the field like this. Call him Tron, which is really good because with a full field and everything, Ezel's at 15k, and then Tron boosts him at actually at 1,000, so he'd be at 25 booster, especially when you have more rear guards than your opponent. So I don't really have any boosting here, so I'm just going to go ahead and set this up and call that good. I probably wouldn't call it the Vivian because I'd probably want her to stay in my hand. There will be more videos about Vivian and so on later on. This is just about Ezel right now. So I'd probably just call it trips, whatever, so on. Attack with trip, and then attack with blonde Ezel, first check, second check. So not too bad. After that, it'd be your opponent. You'd probably deal like 3 damage. Your opponent would probably be almost at 5 damage now. So it'd be their turn. They attack you. You get that. You put all to Vanguard, and then you just guard the crap out of everything from here because you're at 5 damage. And then now it's your turn. So you stand and draw. That sucks. Okay, now this is where we would start Ezel skill because you don't want to do Ezel skill too early. You want to use it conservatively to where you would be able to force your opponent's hand because they're at 5 damage. If you use Ezel skill too early, they're just going to no guard it, and then they'll just take the damage and nothing's going to happen and it's going to be useless. Also, if they have null guards, you don't want to use, if you know for sure they have null guards, you don't want to use Ezel's skill. You just want to attack with Ezel's 25, which would force that null guard anyways. So from here, I would need boosters though, but I don't have those, so just grab boosters here, grab a booster here. Alright, so I commit full field, but I don't have to. So, oh yeah, I was going to tell you guys about Ezel's limit break. So counterblast 2, Ezel's limit break. So you check, bow mains. Now that's really good, I didn't expect that. So I'd call him there, it has to be open rearguard circle, so I'd call him here, then I retire her. Now most people make the mistake that it's not open rearguard circle. They just go ahead and assume that they can just call it to and then call it to rearguard circle and then retire. But you can't do that, it has to be an open rearguard circle. That's why I would leave usually like the front or the back open, depending on which, just in case. So if you're going for a final game push, then you just counterblast again, use his limit break in. At this point, he would already be at 30 grand, or 33, because you have 10 from this guy. He's already at 10, and then 10 from this guy, and then you have 3 that would give him 3k boost. So I'd go ahead and use his skill again. Get a Nimue. Go ahead and call Nimue. Here's fine actually. So this is Ezel skill, and it's his limit break, which is amazing. Gives you free 2 units, a free unit here, and a free unit here as well. Now Ezel's a 10k, and then you have another 10k, and you have another 10k, that's 30k, and you have another 7k, so that's 37k. And then you don't really have to call another unit though, because he's already 37, and then plus his other skill with these 4 on him, he'd be ready at a 41, which is just enough. If you call another one, it's just going to give him another 1k, it won't do much. But you'd call another one if you wanted to boost your bow means. So let's say how you had, hell, I don't know, charge goal, right? So I just swing here for 16, and then swing here. This is at 41 grand, or yeah, 42 grand. So it would push your opponent so much that they would overguard or use a null guard. Again, that's why I said make sure that they don't have null guards, otherwise it's just going to be pointless and useless. So first check, second check, whatever. So this is Ezel's big push. Use him conservatively, people. Don't use him to where like you're just gonna swing and then they're gonna null guard, or you're gonna swing with him and use his skill too early. They're just gonna end up taking the damage and they won't lose or anything. So yeah, Asian Trigger, peace.